chart, and I want it painted red. No more longs for me, I want the whole thing bled. I see the green candles mocking me for weeks, held my lungs through the pain, praying for the peaks. But every bounce was fake, every rally a lie. They bled me slow, now it's my turn to fly. I loaded up the leverage, margin, Corbett dam, shortened everything in sight with a shaking hand. No more diamond grip, no more hope and pray. I'm betting on the crash, let the red rain spray. I see my old positions turning black to red. The chart that used to tease me now fills me with dread. I shorted at the top, balls to the wall of mean. Heavy leverage screaming, living a revenge dream. Maybe then I'll sleep when the market's in flames. No more buying dips, no more playing their games. It's not easy watching green turn to blood, but after all these losses it feels so damn good. I wanna see it painted, painted red. Red is ruin, red as dead. I wanna see the longs get liquidated high. I wanna see it painted, 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 painted red. Yeah. I see a sea of traders running for the door. Their bags are melting, can't take it anymore. I shorted the bounce, I shorted the dip, shorting every rumor, every influencer quip. The whales are panicking, the retail's in tears. I'm laughing in the margin as the red tide nears. No more waiting patient, no more holding tight. I flipped the whole script, now I'm shorting the night. I look inside myself and see my soul is red. Although those broken longs finally put to bed. No more moonshots, no more diamond gleam, just endless red candles mocking my dream. The market rejected me, now I'm rejecting it back. Painting every screen with the color I lack. Red candles forever, let the fire consume. This trader's done long and now watch the red bloom. I wanna see it painted, painted red. Red is ruin, red is dead. I wanna see the longs get liquidated high. I wanna see it painted, 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 painted red. Yeah. Painted red, painted red. No more green for me. Showed the world, set it free. Painted, painted red. Catching the knife, deeper every tick. Red devils raining, shot the suicide dive. I seen the bottom, swear it's on the fire. One more layer, tell myself it's strategic, but leverage is left, carving on my ticket. Bitcoin sitting pretty, no blade on the skin. Spot just breeze, let the storm blow through again. Me, I'm diving head first, palms wide and bleeding, catching the knife, convinced I'm succeeding. Every ticket falls, I whisper this is the turn, but the cut gets deeper, blood starts to burn, no liquidation on spot. Just time to wait it out, but I'm feeding the blade, screaming there's no doubt. Catching the knife, bleeding out slow, telling myself it's genius while I lose control. One more head, one more, this time it bounces, but the blade keeps cutting, no mercy, no ounces. Catching the knife, risky as hell, averaging down, straight into my own cell spot. BTC's calm, no blood on the floor, but I'm catching the knife, still catching the knife. Margin calls, screaming, phones on fire, red, double down harder, got nothing left in my head, it's just temporary, it's just a shakeout, but the knife's twisting deep.
The ringing of the cowbell.
Friends cashed early, posted their wins and bounced. I'm still here bleeding, clinging to the plan announced. Spot just floats quiet, no rope around his neck, but I'm catching the knife, choking on my own wreck.
Drive those evil spirits out of here. Call the name of Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the turkey.
Leverage is war, and I'm still alive. Catching the knife, bleeding out slow, telling myself it's genius while I lose control.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night. When we left the stream last night, we were looking at what could have possibly be happening, where we could have possibly be going. Hell with it. We're organize these gosh darn charts. It was down to these areas, and it was catching the trend line as a possible retest area. Right here. This is what I was looking for. This is what we left last night. I drew the red arrow, so I'll leave that there. This is where I think that we could come down to about 67.10. We're going a little bit lower. This area is actually a different fib, but let's take these off. Oh no, I've got it right here. Yeah, the yellow line right there. That's the 618. Okay, I didn't know if I had it over here. That little yellow line, it's a dotted on this one. When we go from swing low to swing high, that's our 618 just for this local leg that we're on right here. And I think the purple one was it was a 0.5 from the overall environment. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. So however you want to look at it from that perspective, they're both correct there. 618 locally would have been a great place to bounce off of, and that could have gave us target somewhere around 71, and even some of these higher targets around 77, 78. If we get a bounce here and we can still get back and get it and go through some stuff, we could still look for those ideas, but we could also be losing this area and coming down just a little bit lower, maybe down to 65,000, maybe down to 88,000, which I've got well, I moved that there just now, didn't I? Might come down that low. We don't want it if it does come down to break this trend line. So if it does continue down, we don't want it to go past around 65.3. If it does do that, then, well, what we're looking at is, would be more like a channel type idea where we break down that possible bear flag idea. If we come down and lose these areas about 63.4, 63.5, it could be a faster move to the downside. And the bigger take on it is probably around 57,000 right through there, where we have a major 618 Fibonacci. We haven't quite made it down there. We came close, but we didn't do it. And I know what some of you are thinking here, but wait, But wait, you got a higher high. You do have a higher high. You've got some signs here on the 4 hour that this could still play out, that we can get this bounce over here. So it's all critical about maintaining our trend line. It's going from bodies, mostly this body to that body, and these wicks. And so far we're testing that. So far so good. I like that idea. This is the point where I like to take a few little tests. And well, if we were to hold that idea, is there a channel? Is that angle respected anywhere else? And let me see if I can get it from bodies to bodies. That's where I get my best angles from. And we're kind of guesstimating, but I'm kind of looking that maybe we might have something along the ideas of this. And if so, we bounce there. Well, that means that we're probably going to try to take out this high next, right? And we need to, and start going for this guy over here, somewhere around closer to 80,000. So that would be the positive sign that I would have here. The scenario that we were talking about last night, after we lost this area over here. But a nice short down to this area. One of the things here on the 4 hour that I think is kind of interesting is the possibility of this golden cross about to happen. So the 50 moving average is still closing in on the 200. That happens, that's a bullish sign, right? And this could just be part of, you know, just our little correction that we're in. But she did come back. She is right now at the areas that we put our little green arrow at last night, anticipating they would come out for. So nailed it, yay! If we want to go into all that, which we will because of the YouTube algorithm. The only channels that seem to grow and get big followings are the ones that say, look, that's what we do. Yeah, we nailed it. We know exactly what's going to happen. We know everything. We're psychic. Yeah, we're the psychic ninjas of crypto. Yeah, all right, this is where he comes. And immediately after that, it wouldn't be correct unless I did a good little kind of, I don't know, some kind of shill, grift. So if you want some accurate price action on your Bitcoin chart, join me in my private room on OnlyFans, Fancy Book Group, and where I will deliver to you Bitcoin charts every day on the day with my fungusy toenails pointing into your entry and your exit positions right there, if you get what I mean. You got me? Yeah. In and out right there. $2,499 a month, worth every penny of it. It's a no-brainer. You'll make it up the first week. Join today. All right. Glad to see you guys there. Love you guys in Dubai. Sorry about the bombs and everything, but you guys are awesome. Are your toes okay? Let me know. Send me a picture. All right. I'll send you a picture of mine too. All right, so now we got that side hustle covered. Let's get back to the charts over here. So we got some news coming out this week, and not just about all those bombs that are going off in all these different places, but we also got some of that boring stuff that the legacy market looks at. Probably this core inflation rate year over year, and all this other stuff. They're forecasting a little higher, a little lower, a little whatever. It doesn't matter what it does matter what they do, but the market makers are still going to have a field day all through these days over here. So when we're looking at the 12th, the 13th, the 11th, the 10th, pretty much all damn week, there's something there to try to spook the market or put it in some kind of bad way, affect some aspect of the market. So a crazy week, probably. A crazy week, probably. I think, but I am still looking for, hopeful for some support over here. Let's watch it. This is Saturday night. Tomorrow we need to take a poll. We had the Friday dump. And what often happens, not always, but what often happens, my dumpty dump people, is that when you get a Friday dump, you might get a Sunday pump. And so let's take a poll over here. Do you think we'll get a Sunday pump? Think we'll get the Sunday pump? With Fridays. Type faster, road dog. Damn it, you're a boomer. Fridays. Dump. I'm curious. I want to know. In the meantime, while we got the chat over here, let's come over and say hello to you awesome people. I can't see a dang thing because I got this poll in my way. Who put that there? Sean? Oh, man. We got PMO. I can't see what's above there, but he says, haha, nice. Congratulations, PMO. As far as I can tell, you're number one. You get the clap. Shout out also to Silver Days. Look like you're number 2 here and you're on fire. Somebody grab the extinguisher. Silver Days is in the house, man. How you doing? Ave Medina. Good to see you. Duality C's in the house. Scar Jesco. We got the legendary Joe from Trade Intuition over here. He's streaming earlier. I'll watch him. I don't get to participate because I'm trying to get everything ready for my stream. Mostly intros, thumbnails, and all that kind of stuff. And he was streaming there live 9 o'clock right before here. We make a great nighttime duo. I'm just saying. Joe and the turkey. We could be a sitcom. Joe and the turkey. Da, 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 Joe and his turkey friend. Anyway. Where are we at over here? And we got Society X Entertainment ready to rock. Good to see you guys here, man. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for hitting that like button if you have. If you haven't, I hope you will, because that helps this little tiny thing grow. Nice intro, Rhoda. Not the usual booby shaking that you would see there. Although it was a fight to get Grok not to do it, because every generation that I had of the Uma Thurman character from the Kill Bill thing, she is exposing a lot. So there's nothing left in my imagination about what those scenes look like. But yeah, it mixed it up a little martial arts there. Paying a little homage to the Kill Bill. I might do some more from that. That was kind of fun. Wild action sword fight. Dancing banana. We're back. We're way back in the intro, aren't we? Just lost another level of support, says PMO. Not looking good. On the smaller time frames, it's looking a little wild. I'm down here. This is like the 3 minute. We just keep ranging under the ribbon flips. The ribbon flipped over here, right? On a lot of these smaller time frames, depending on which one you look on, they're going to be a little different. The moving average ribbons or whatever. Just a collection of moving averages that I personally use and also treat them as a ribbon. It can, why is this here? Oh, it was just my directional line, I guess. Here's what you do have. You do have some bullish divergence that's forming here, even on some of these smaller time frames. And I believe even here on the 1 hour that you've got some bullish divergence. So since we're at a correlation of 2 fibs, you know, a local 618, a much bigger 0.5 area. And how far are we from? I don't have the other big move. We'd be below it though. But we got two little areas of Confluence support, and it might hold. And then we got some trend line ideas, which they look out of sorts on the smaller time frames, but that's a pretty good accurate representation of it. And then this, of course, the local trend line. However, we want to try to draw that little. I don't know. Well, we can't. We still got things to work for on this one. It was technically here we broke that one, right? I guess they take you off. So the smaller time frames, you do have some. Here's some negative things that we can see over here. I mean, you got the 50 coming in on the 800 and 200. And that's a little bearish. That could push us down. You also got the 100 or the 200 trying to cross over the 800, kind of like what we saw on. Was it a smaller time frame or bigger time frame? 4 hour? Was it the 4 hour? The 50 trying to cross the 200, or but yeah, the 50 trying to bullish across the 200 for a bullish cross. So you got the golden cross trying to happen on the 4 hour, and you got the death cross trying to happen on the 1 hour. Which one's going to win out? My theory goes with you go with the higher time frame. That one's going to win out. That's where the strength's at. The smaller time frames are noise. So I would put more stock into maybe that one winning out, unless it turns into a rollover. So if we get or just a big ass dump down, and it could happen, it could roll over, and then the kiss of death would be this 21 crossing over that 200 moving average, just give us another push to the downside. That could be what gets us down to 61, or maybe another target that I've got somewhere around 57. I do think that we've got a good shot of hitting 57, 58,000 at some point over the next few months. I don't know what the setup's going to look like to get there. I don't know if it happens now or we go up a little bit, 79, 80,000 and then come back down. I wouldn't doubt it. That's kind of what I anticipate. But I anticipate a lot of things that don't happen. I thought I was going to get laid last night and I didn't. Not at all. So, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you on that. But we just see what the signs. We got to read what the charts are saying over here and follow what they're saying. Turkey Joe in the panty pack. Scar says good evening. Tomorrow looking juicy, says Scar. Let's take a look at our poll. So you think we'll get the old Sunday pump with Friday's dump? 20? Okay, so but we're split, right? Cool. 30% of you think that, yeah. The minority think, yeah. Now, what if the minority are right? Because usually the minorities, well, no, I can't say that. The minority opinion sometimes gets played out. I was going to say, usually the minorities are always right. And I'm like, well, how do you explain slavery in America? And I was like, I don't want to go down that road. So we backtrack. So think we'll get old Sunday pump with Friday's dump, and 75% say no. You think we're going to keep on coming down? And we could. I don't know who's going to be right. But we do have a history of those Thursday, Friday pumps or Thursday, Friday dumps turning into something kind of surprising. Usually Saturday or usually Sunday evening. Sometimes it starts early on Sunday morning. If it's going to take off from here, it should be starting later tonight and start happening, right? We should start seeing it just level the hell out around here, go sideways, and then all of a sudden start picking up some steam, and then it might, but if we keep on dumping down tonight, then the chance, I don't know, they would have to dump it down farther, 64 to try to do something like that. And I don't see that being the story. I think right now it's got a good chance to do it from here, but coming down further, it'll have more stuff to work through. So I think the probabilities of it happening if we drop lower tonight, that our Sunday pump this would probably just continue into Monday as a drop. That could happen. But I'm really curious. I really think we got a good chance locally. So through the night, just to kind of see and monitor what it's doing. Because she's had plenty of chances to just drop, and she hasn't done it yet. It doesn't mean she won't whatsoever. I think she likes to toy with us, but there is that bullish divergence, and that was what I was going to show in the 1 hour, wasn't it? And I didn't do it. Something like that. It's not as strong on the 1 hour, I don't think. You do have it coming down. That's our candle bodies there, and it's on the RSI. Yeah, you do. And then you got it coming up over here on our RSI. So we got some bullish divergence there, and also possibly, but we don't have the bottom in yet, according to this, right? So it's not confirmed, but it would possibly be setting up over here too. And then we got the little green bullish divergence dots popping off over on these indicators. So it's trying to. Our non-moving average is sitting up at about 67,200, and it's $200 above us. At some point, these guys need to come up and kiss each other, and then if one mounts the other, we'll turn them. We have to see. I gotta say, the cloud though, it's not giving me. I've seen her look happier. Okay, it's not giving me a lot of comforting signals over here and binding signals yet. So we could very well lose this level. It was kind of a disappointment to lose this one over here. So it's either they're working on a serious fake out, in my opinion, or this is just the beginning stages of a bigger drop. And so I'm going to come over here to the 4 hour, tighten up my little trend line, and see if we can figure out just from bodies to bodies. When you squeeze us down here, could we go to 66.3 and still be okay? That's what the trend line suggests. And this one has a habit of wicking, below these trend lines. They're from bodies. There's still a little wiggle room, but we can still bounce out of this. But if this 9 crossed that 21, then that kind of almost seals it for me, right? We're below the 50, and once the bearish cross happens, this is on that, the 8 hour? We can still get a miracle, but, is it going to happen? Now, the cloud over here looks more promising. This cloud looks good. We can bounce right off here, be right over the little sliver of green. So the bigger time frames, I think, are a little bit more friendly to the idea of a bounce, especially over here, the 12 hour. Look at this. Your 9 moving average is sitting over here at 69. And the price is below the 21 and the 50, and none of those are crossed. That's a perfect setup to spring us back over here to 69. And that's what I'm getting on the bigger time frames. From the moving averages, right, and some other things. Ichimoku Cloud, they look possibly bullish setups over here on the bigger time frames. Let's check the daily. Daily could be more inviting. Again, 9 over the 21. It's not a bearish cross. If anything, we could snap back to there. That's about 68.2 on this chart. We did have that red dot. We talked about that a couple of other days, saying, oh man, it's got some sell pressure coming on. I do see stochastics spinning around a little bit. That's kind of a little positive there. It's going to be testy, people. It's going to be testy. One other sign that I just noticed over here on the 12-hour was how the MACD was just now crossed bearish. But now she's done it before and quickly popped out of it, over a period of 3 candles. So that's a 24-hour period tonight, Saturday night. So between now and Monday, I think we can see. I think we got a window where we can see. I want to call it a miracle play, but a Hail Mary play at this area. I think we're still set up for that. Watch after the show. We just dump like a rock and say, "You suck, Road Dog. You suck." But I think there's a chance that we just might be doing a retest. Remember, we did make a higher high. That's something. That does count for something. What normally we look for is our next higher low. What has sucked is that it didn't respect the trend line that we were on, right? It didn't respect it. Or so it seems here on the 12-hour. Now, if it wicks back up above there, then it had respected it on this time frame. So the fight's not over yet. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't think the fight is over yet. And if we come down, what is this, the 4-hour? If I go, golly, you're saying way down here. You're saying you could come down to 65.5? And you're getting a little too crazy there, mister. You need the bounce from here. Now we're starting to split hairs. I guess one person we've not asked tonight, or what they seem to think, is Crackhead Elliott. Crackhead Elliott. He wasn't talking. He's not talking. Elliott. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Elliott is on his C-wave correction thing. Seems like we've been on this C-wave for quite a long time, and it keeps getting lower and lower, but it's still a C-wave. Where now? Counting from this and yeah, I see that totally different, but okay, whatever. You're the expert. 1, 2, your 3 should be your biggest move of all. That's crazy. Okay, Elliott, we'll ride with you, though. Elliott seems to think that we got our 3-wave correction should be coming to an end here very soon, and that we got a little 5-wave correction or 5-wave down here with our ABC. Those all looks a little janky to me, but whatever, Elliott. So anyway, to sum this up, I think we should bounce here. I'm like, okay, I'm all for bouncing here. I just remember we did break a trend line, and we probably won't get past 72 anytime too soon. And if we do that after hitting the 618, now that could set us up for a nice little Gartley pattern. Take us to our 786 Fibonacci. So we might be still coming back down just a little bit lower to these areas. We might still be playing a little up and down action here. But if it did do that, that would be the bullish scenario there. That would be a bullish pattern. Let me just kind of draw this out. If I'm forecasting, we get a 618, then we come back up to around a 618. I went up a little bit higher. And if we don't make it past that, then we can come down to our 786 area, which is not as low as what I had. About 65.3, 65.4. And this is called a Gartley pattern, and it's bullish. It's bullish after here. And we should start looking to try to make higher highs. So that could be a very positive setup that could be happening here. And I'm all for that. But for that to happen, we need to bounce our happy asses off the floor from where we are right now and quit playing games, Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. Elliott, go back and smoke some more crack or whatever you do in the bathroom. And so here we are watching Bitcoin on these small ass time frames like the 1 minute, and thought the world was over here, but suddenly we're right back over here in these places we were before a few minutes ago. Are we going to try to climb up through this ladder? That's what I'm waiting for. Even on the small time frames, we have not done it. But as long as this looks like this, 800 over the 600, over the 300, and price just keeps staying below them, that's our trend right there. Even on the 1 minute, we got to start climbing them. You got to start climbing them. And as far as we've been able to get so far has been this 300. So now we got to start tackling this guy. Or this girl, this lady right here, this 666 moving average. That's the next one. If we're going to start tackling the moving averages, that's the next one we got to try to work on. And maybe we'll get her. I don't know. There is some bullish divergence here. Let's see if it plays out a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how forth are we doing tonight? Watching the altcoins suffer as they do when Bitcoin can't figure its way out in life. And so what I like to do here on the show is look at the indices because they tell us a lot. I think we've paid into the indices that makes you a better trader for the altcoins and things, because losing that trend line and seeing that we weren't doing it, telling us some altcoins have been bleeding out, and they can still bleed out till we come to around our measure move area down here. We're probably in a range is kind of what I'm looking for with altcoins and with Bitcoin whatsoever. So nothing great coming out of altcoins at the moment, even though Bitcoin dominance is going down. Don't that suck? We live for Bitcoin dominance to come down so we get something out of altcoins, but they're always coming down. That kind of sucks. And look at this. Oh, that's total 3. Oh, that's right. We screwed that up last night. That's my dollar. And you guys aren't open. So that's all I got on indices right now. We got a conundrum here. We got declining altcoins and declining Bitcoin dominance. That almost kind of signals that the money's going into why don't we have that USDT? Hell, let's just go with US. Let's just go with stable. Let's just go with the stablecoin dominance. I don't really have this one mapped out like I did before on the others. No, you're still looking the same, aren't you? So we're seeing, well, yeah, I guess it's been there for a minute though, right? There's a little uptick in Tether there. Tether dominance. It made me think that most money would be going into stable coins or out of the market from what that looked like. And here we are with the rejection on Bitcoin on the 1 minute. We got rejected there, so a little bit more hint for some more downy down. That bearish divergence is not really kicked in yet, has it, man? Dang. We haven't made any new lows yet. No promises. No refunds either. How many of you guys are in the short? Are you guys shorting? Sorting? Anybody shorting? All right, so I think we'll get the old Sunday pump, and the numbers have not changed. Still 3070 will end the poll right there. Let's see what we got. CME dump and Monday morning pump. That sounds plausible. Or CME pump and Monday morning dump. Yeah, either one of those. We don't know, right? But they've been known to do either one of them. So, I mean, Friday action is kind of like your fake Monday action. You get fake out Fridays and fake out Mondays is kind of the basics of it. Or dump on both. That would suck. They have, I mean, I've seen it do it before where it just continued to dump from Friday. Oh, wait, it did it a couple weeks ago. I thought, well, maybe we'll get our little Sunday or Monday pump. And we just kind of basically just kept on dumping for that whole damn week. That was a rough one. Still need to close above 69,000 on Sunday. Don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, we're not too far away. Once you lose the 200 weekly, you never have to close above it until the uptrend begins. We've lost it and well. What do you say on the weekly? We have to look at that weekly chart. That's at 69,000 right now, if that holds true. Let's go to so that's the one area that we haven't come down here, and that's part of my bigger thesis. Where's my thesis? That's one of them, and here's the other. I guess this one's a cleaner chart. We'll go with this one. Tighten up my game over here. So this green line is our major trend line, and it cuts through our 618 Fibonacci area. That's the 57,600, and also our 200 weekly moving average. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt that we could knock all these things out. I mean, for me, I would not be surprised if, I don't know if we'll come up and then do it. It looks like it would probably be easiest if we went ahead and just ripped the Band-Aid off right now. It would be the most economical way to come in and tap all three of those at once. Otherwise, they're spreading apart. If we have to come back up and then work our way back down here, say, I don't know, in a few more weeks or something like that, then it would be harder for that to happen. But, well, the 200, it could probably still get the 200, but it wouldn't get the 618. I wonder. We're so close to the 618, or we're getting closer. We just go ahead and tap it and just get it over with. If we could bounce and hold that. There's a lot of support here, I think. I bet if we turn on... I don't have the other... Where is that guy? The visible range... I took you off my favorites. The VRVP, visual range volume profile. This little guy over here. I figured you would have a little bit more over there. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just adjust? It's a visible range, so let's take it all into consideration here. Let's take into consideration just for this part. So we're hanging around at the... It changes. This is why this one sucks. So we're... See, I can't trust you. Okay, recalculate. We're in this node area right here. About 64,000 to 68 in that little range right there. And then our other bigger nodes are down here by 25. That would suck. I'm not a big fan of this particular indicator. Basically because it does change just depending on what you got exposed to your chart. This little guy right here is kind of a little bit better, but oh man, isn't that an interesting thought? At the top of the range right there. We're coming just now entering back into the range, and this point to 26,000. Oh, we don't want to get this bearish right now. I mean, overall, look, here on the 3-day, momentum waves are doing good. I mean, your moving averages are doing good. Let's go back to that weekly over here. Look at the momentum waves. We got the 600, the 300, the 200. They're all in good order right there. Whether we hold the 200 and do something like we did over here, I mean, look, we did hold it back over here in 2019. The 200 moving average is what it bounced off of, right? And then during COVID, we flipped it, and that freaked everybody out right through there on that drop. Normally, we hold it. That's why it was such a bummer and the surprise losing the 200 moving average over here and scaring the bejesus out of everybody on the weekly. It's like, we never done that. We hadn't done that like a long time. That was not. It's over for Bitcoin. And that's what a lot of people were thinking over here. It's dead. Bitcoin's dead. It's never coming back. It's going to zero. Especially after that last little, was it FTX, I think, that finally took us down to 15 after all that crap, and everybody just lost face when we went down to 15,000, way below it. But doesn't mean that we're going to do that this time unless we get some really bad, crazy news and banks exploding and crap like that again. Could happen. I'm not saying it, but we would hope that we would catch that support, that 200 on the weekly. That's a very strong area, and especially couple that with a trend line, with your main trend line. I would want to see something bounce there, I would hope. especially our first time back there, just to fall through it and act like it's not there. Like, I don't see that happening. So some kind of reaction around here. And you couple that, this was the area of our tops over here. And that's a common place to look for a bottom for Bitcoin, is the last cycle's previous highs. That qualifies as an area. And it's what we were looking for over here until, the bottom fell out of the market with all the manipulation and it brought us down lower. But that was the take over here. I mean, look at this right here. This was the zone you're looking for. That was the zone that we were looking for, and that's where we came down. That last little area. Oh, you know what? Well, this is Heikenhashi candles, but I didn't really take it to the candle bodies. Did you get it? You almost kind of got it. And then we had that little bit of time over here, the few weeks that we had where it was just, really, really low, and everybody's too afraid to touch the damn thing. Everybody kept thinking it's going lower because there was a little gap from here to these areas of support to 12,000. So a lot of people calling for 11 and 12,000 and stuff. I remember those days. But I think 57, 58 are some good areas on the bigger time frames. And like I said, I don't know when we're going to get there, but we could be. And it could be soon. If we get the little rollover here, maybe it happens this week and we approach that idea. Or if we get this little cross of that golden cross here, 50 over the 200, we can pull off something right here at support. Maybe we avoid it for a few weeks. I don't know. We still got more areas of support even if we lose it. Even at 64.6, which we did talk about. To me, that's becoming a little bit more apparent if we're not going to bounce at the 618, but that's kind of inviting for the rollover to happen. So will it stick? We'd hope that we make the higher high, that we will keep a higher low. If we are keeping market structure and trying to do a turnaround, which it's making patterns like that's what it's trying to do. So I don't know. I'm just not as bearish right now. I'm still looking for trend line support areas and stuff. Until it shows me that it's time to throw the towel in. And even then we got down here, I wouldn't be that bearish. I would be looking for possible longs down through here. And look, it's not too far from, we were just right there. Technically, we don't even have to touch it, but I would feel better if we did. We might not even touch it at all. It might just be hopium. Bro, dog, you're no help at all. You ain't telling us a dang thing. I'm saying, it's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend, baby. They're going to play games, and I'm on the 6 minute right now. Looking at that cloud, it looks like they do want to take us down, though. I don't see anything inviting there. Checking out the 1 minute over here. There's a little bit of green right there, so a little bit mixed. It might want to go in there if there's a little. When the Ichimoku cloud prints the little thing of green over here, and we're near, touching the fat cloud, it's a chance it's going to try to pop us up in there. What? Is it going to do it? Freaking 1 minute chart. Oh, we got the little green dot. So, maybe we're catching a little bit of traction here. Maybe it's just temporary, and in 5 minutes we'll be, $300 lower. Hey, love crypto. Matty Ghost is in the house. What's going on, Matty Ghost? Short since 72, 392. There you go, my man. Still holding it? That's an accomplishment. We got Justin Crypto. What's going on, Justin? How you doing? David Gale. How you doing? CME Gap 68,420. It's at 420, Sean. I heard him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it just wouldn't be a show without a good sponsor, so I think it's time for a good-ass coffee break.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe, the world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Good ass coffee in your cup, nothing like it. Nightbot says subscribe to the channel. And where is Jenny? That's the real question. Well, Berenice has been kind of fulfilling our Jenny requirements until the market gets a little bit more bouncy. Then I think we can really appreciate Jenny's, what she brings to the show. When the market starts bouncing back a little bit, I think we can bring her on then. Poor girl's been through a lot of trauma lately. It would be the EMS. It'd be the EMS, not the SMA. EMAs, not the EMA. Oh, what you're talking about on the weekly? Well, you can't discount the M's at the simple moving averages either. If anything, in my back test, I used to use the EMA. Actually, I used to use the same strategy, the 5 strategy on EMAs. And I did that for a long, long time. And one time I accidentally erased them and put them back as EMAs. And when I was doing my back testing and everything, I just noticed how much better that the price action overall, especially on the larger time frames, respected the moving averages, the simple moving averages over the exponential. That's just my take. And so I'm I just grew a lot more comfortable with the simple moving average. And a little bit more suspectable about the EMA. I mean, they're good for what they do, right? But there's a subtle shift. Goes a little bit more emphasis on recent price action. Bobby says, need more credits. Time to get more time. Time does not appeal to me anymore. That coin. I think I still got one of the bags that I started out with a long, long time ago. Oh, you're on Coinbase now, Time? $3 Time, and it's been down to $2. I'm just kind of resigning this one as being a dead project. It got really nothing going over this last cycle. Boom. To me, this is what dead projects look like. So resolve myself that I hold on to my bag, because what the hell else am I going to do with it other than, take the small amount that is being offered. But I mean, this thing I think I accumulated this somewhere around, on average, around $12. Is that right? I mean, when I was doing it way over here, and we had some good runs, and I've still got a bag of time. One of the disadvantages, I'm pretty sure, of being into too damn many coins, trying to hold them for the long term. That strategy worked really good in 2017. Kind of worked halfway decent last cycle, but it's not really a good working strategy anymore. Not with all the shifts that we've seen in the market, and with altcoins and how oversaturated everything is, and the meme frenzy and the hype crazes, and even NFTs. Last cycle is NFTs that took the steam away from altcoins. That was the culprit between it and DeFi. DeFi should have helped, but then we got into all the NFT stuff too, and it just took all the thunder away from the altcoin projects last time. I mean, they did okay, but they didn't do as good as what they could have done if we didn't have that whole NFT thing going on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys have put any coin request in. I tried to put my marker up there, but it's not working. So I'm going to go through a few of these coins that are trying to do something. I want to take a look at one I have not looked at in a long time because it's trending up today. This is Mantra DAO, which I was heavily in and made videos about, and I was all about it back in the day. And then they had an exploit and went from $9 down to where it is today, which is about 3 cents if I'm not mistaken. Is this, I don't get this. I guess we'll look at BitTrue. Oh, you're 6 cents now, are you? Yeah, this is what it looks like. It was at $9, and then suddenly it was 40 cents. Yeah, that one took a chunk away from my portfolio. I was able to catch. I mean, I caught. I didn't like get caught all the way down here. I had some stop losses and things, but that just sucked. That just sucked. That went to, you saw something thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars go from to hardly anything, and it never bounced back. It never bounced back after that exploit. And now I guess since it's finally starting to do something, people say, "Oh, let's take a chance on it." And I don't know. After you get the kiss of death like that, can you really bounce back? Let's take a look at Kite. Well, that looks awesome. Let's take a look at Kite on try. Well, it looks the same. How are we doing, Kite? Are you still up? You're still up. We're at 28 cents. This one's actually, and we've been following this thing since way back over here, 7, 8, 9 cents. And wow, don't I feel stupid for not having a bag of it for some reason. Oh, Snapdragons. We got the 382 pullback and we're trying to go higher. This could get juicy, folks. This would be one of those buy high, sell higher kind of plays. It's kind of high risk to do this. I don't like this. I don't like these type setups. But it doesn't mean that they can't work. And you kind of see that we've got a kind of a channel idea going that kind of extends back over to I guess it's the underside of this one, isn't it? Oh, that's interesting. We lost it and now we're on the... So you really got to break out of that. Huh. This is the 4-hour chart on Kite. Kite looks like it's getting some traction over here. And, well, you are close, not too far away from this trend line. How far are you down from the bottom of it? 4%. Crossed over the 9. There's no bearish divergence. You got a possible W right here. This is on the 1 hour. We go to 1 hour candle above it to close above it, open and close above it. Be clearing this level, and it could definitely take a long from there. Try to look for these levels about 38 to 40 cents. Kite's looking interesting. It's looking interesting to me. I don't know what's so special about this one, but it looks like it's about ready to get another little pump up to me. Is it true? Oh, you trying? Yeah, you got some nice crosses over here. It makes me want to take a nibble of it. And I'm trying to be a little bit more disciplined in my entries. Trying to be, but I still want to do these little degen plays here. We're not quite there yet. I'm on the 6 minute here. So this would be one of the breakout trades, right? My least favorite are the breakout trades. And that's where you're buying, once we break these levels over here. And the reason they're not my favorite is because we could just be going up, right? As part of our little zigzag, which a lot of the times we are. And so you go up a little bit and then you come back. And that's either going to do one of two things. You're either going to keep getting stopped out all the damn time, or you're going to have patience for it to make a higher low. And so my philosophy is, rather than try to get here, I mean, if that's what you're anticipating, if you're doing it anyway, or you just think, oh, maybe it'll just keep on going and going forever. But usually they'll do that because, they got their little levels for rejection over here and they come back. To me, it makes more sense to wait for the higher low out of that. If you can control your degen enough and be disciplined enough to do that, right? And so in essence, that puts you at, some bottom of a trend line or some other bottom support level. And those are the places I like to target in. These are my least favorite trade entry ideas. Not to say anything. Some people, that's how they that's what they look for. A little bit, it's a little bit more of a conservative thing, but there is a more higher probability of getting stopped out on these. just because of that fact higher and lower. And if they're, if your stop losses, now if you put their stop losses down here at the bottom, you're probably a lot better. But a lot of people don't do that. They put it really close, like underneath the levels, and end up getting stopped out. Even down here would be a decent place, but they could still come and get you and then go right back up. And they do that. Like they can come up here and then come down. You got your stop losses under here. They come get you and then they're gone because that's their higher low. And it makes more like channels, like those ideas. That's what gets me for channels and trying to find. That's why I like buying the bottoms of a trend line. That's why I wouldn't mind taking an entry here but I would want a tight stop loss. That means you get stopped out and it goes up here and comes down. Yeah, if I didn't put my stop at break entry, probably would at that. If it did something like that. But I would, well, anyway. All right. Might be something to watch right there. Let's take a look at grass. She's popping. She's 30 cents today on the 6-minute time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour, see what it looks like. Didn't quite make it down here to this trend line, did it? Bounced off the 618, made a nice little W there. All right. Oh, that's bullish to me. What else we got going on here? Grass is starting to look kind of nice, actually. We got a breakout from some bigger falling wedgie idea. We're starting to get a falling wedge breakout here on the 4 hour. You're starting to see the ribbon flip, right? Grass has got it going on. It's going up right now. This is a 4 hour. Do we have an entry now? Can we buy this breakout? She's just now broken out. So, like I said, I hate bad breakout trades, but this one just now broke out, and you're like, that's too early or too late. I missed it. Did you? Because it's just like, 1 penny difference right there. But when we entered, is that going to screw you all up? I mean, if you're doing something really, really short term, but if you're trying to hold this one until we get up to like 45, 48 cents, I'm wanting to FOMO in right now. I'm taking a play on grass. It's a small ass play because it's a small ass account, but I'm taking a little play on it. Let's get over here. Now I got two ideas that I could do here. Now, the safest place for me to put my stop loss so I would not get stopped out would be down here at 16 cents, but that's double from where we are right now. So, well, that doesn't quite make very much sense to me. That doesn't give me very much to work with. But I can put my stop loss. I can take a chance and I might get stopped out. It could happen. But that's what we're all working for, right? This is the daily though. Okay, I'm not trying to trade the daily. This is the 4 hour. I can go right below the 4 hour count. That's at 26 cents. I can do that. This is grass, right? All right, so stop loss. These are 4 hour candles, so yeah, I will put it right underneath here. Used to think winning was buying every dip like a maniac. Now I know half the trick is knowing when to step back. Yeah, still get that little. And can't see everything on here. We on log. Let's get off the log, please. Just now leaving this. Are you still on log? Get off of log, dude. Just now leaving the zone of regret and missed opportunities. First one would be here. Second one would be here. I'm just going to go for the little second little target right here at 41 cents. All right. Ah, look, we got out of there. Cool. So grass looks kind of interesting. Wasn't expecting that. River is another one that's looking kind of like she's doing a little something. What are you or not? No, I'll take that back. Yeah, River. Yeah, not looking for an entry on River. How about Pippin? That one's been getting some traction lately. What the hell, man? Am I off on these little guys or what? Let me double check my stuff over here. You came down to 57. You went higher. That would put you in the bad territory, mister. You're giving me 786 bounces over here. So I'm not getting the zone on some of these. It's not doing perfectly. Ideally, it would be at the 0.5 when I'm looking for, which it did hold over here. There's anyway. We're looking at harmonics. It falls within the categories of the pattern, but I'm trying to be a little bit more precise with the way that this tool works and how the little parameters it gets in. My introduction to harmonics was a different format than that. 0.5. Okay, here. All right, well, maybe there's a chance it comes down here to 24 cents, or maybe we don't need to. Bearish cross of 200 over that. Right now, it's trying to go up, Pippin, so I'm trying to figure out Pippin. My setup would be kind of hinting that we would come down here, then that would be our bullish takeoff. So are we just kind of ranging and trying to roll over? Or are you actually trying to do something? Right now, the moving averages are suggesting it's trying to do a little something. Got a green dot here on the 4 hour. There might be a play here. 4 hours off the 660 moving average there. Death cross happened. I can see us getting a little pump up. Maybe it'll pump up and then we come back in a little bit. There might be a play there. I don't know if I want to take that one. Unless it's just kind of coming up just a few cents. I may regret that. Like, oh my God, Pippin's 65 cents. You didn't do it. Maybe it's going back to 48 to retest these areas. Maybe. 800, 600, 360, 200. That's not bad. That's not bad. I guess I'm just not sold on if this is a bottom yet. It's not got a nice bottom formation. All we got is, well, I mean, some people be looking at this as a bear flag, right? Or a bear pennant, depending on how they draw it, if they want to take the bodies or whatever. So, I mean, you're going to have a lot of people insisting that, nope, this is the look, I'm telling you, Ethel, I've seen this many, many times. It's a bear flag, and we're definitely going down to 9.5 cents. My guru taught me this personally. The flag to the downside. But, you know, sometimes they look a little flat, and they can do okay. I'm still not sold on it. I don't see a good setup or anything. Pattern wise, maybe a breakout right here, a local breakout, and retest idea right here. That's about as best as I can get out of this. To me, it looks like it's still might be a little choppy. It's looking interesting, but I just don't have what I need quite yet. Even though you're flipping the ribbon, I would normally be all over that. Huh? I'll probably regret not doing something about this one, but I just don't. I don't see. There's no. I don't have a trigger yet. All right, let's take a look at syrup. Listen, what are you doing, syrup? What are we on the 15-minute? Oh, you look shameful. What happened? Oh, even not much better on the 4 hour. That's why you're having a bad day. Oh, okay, you haven't figured things out yet. She's still trying to figure out her place in life. Okay, no bottom signals yet on this one. All right, Syrup, I guess we'll keep letting you do what you're doing, Syrup. Zcash, now I think we had a possible trade set up on, yeah, this guy. So I'm trying to see what's going on with Zcash. It's at 195, and it can be. But this is a Gartley pattern. Let me go over this one real quick. So we bounce off the 618, right? Swing high to swing low, and not quite 618, but 0.5. It still qualifies for a Gartley. The Gartley 222 is a little bit more harmonic Gartley pattern, and you would be looking at a 618 touch and come down, and then we're bouncing off the 786. That would be the ideal Gartley, but this one qualifies as a Gartley according to Harmonic pattern trading, and it's doing what should be a type 2 return here, what we're hoping for. I thought it was headed here, but now we're headed lower, and so you're looking a little suspect, but it hasn't broken its low down here. It may just be in a complete double bottom, or hell, who knows. If it does, I'll be surprised if it comes down to the 886. It should not come down to the 886. It looks like it wants to, but it should not. Ichimoku Cloud looks like I'm going to take it down there. You just watch me. She's being all mean and naughty, trying to cross the 21 crossing over there too. Maybe it's just going to push it down just that wee little bit down here at about 184 and retest this for a double bottom. But they should stay within these ranges, and it doesn't have to be a perfect bounce off of that's impossible. Sometimes it happens a lot, but you shouldn't expect it. I mean, you got a little fuzzy little zone that we can work through here, right? Where it can work through. But what we're looking for, it's already got one of the things out of the way. If we can just, if you make a higher high out of this one, 253, or reclaim this area over here, 204, 205, more than likely we're starting to get ready to go back up again. This is more of a reversal type pattern here. So watching this very closely, and this is where the people that play these patterns would start looking for entries on these, right? And watching whatever happens over here. So they'll be watching for smaller time frames or a confirmation, breaking a higher high, something. You're looking for the trend to change over here. So whatever your confirmation of that trend change is, that's what we're looking for. One could be breaking this trend line here. That would probably be a nice little trigger to look for, to try to get in for a nice little bottoming price action thing. But and if she keeps dropping, she's not going to break this trend line. So that's why we're looking for something like that. Break that, or break one of the previous levels. Could play at that, but again, I think Joe would probably agree. Waiting till you get, if something like that's going to happen, after we get past here and we make our higher high, that's when we're most likely it's confirming. But just because it lost that level, I'm not giving up on it just yet here. These patterns are very accurate, and they got a really good high success rate. All right, let's take a look at Jupiter. Jupiter looks like a short. Possible. That's a nice spike top right there. Hell yeah, what have we got going on here? Let's zoom out a little bit on Jupiter. Whoa, golly, Jupiter. Oh, this is Jupiter Fund Management. This is not our coin. What the hell is this? Oh, well, this is a different story over here. Oh, look, we got a ribbon flip trying to happen. She's trying to work up through there. It's trying to do something. I mean, I don't know if it's going to hold at this point in the market, but it looks like we're trying to do a little something. If I had to guess, I would think we're I look for a constriction phase and then a expansion phase on rounded bottoms. This one's not really giving me that. This is giving me something a little bit more like this. So I don't know. Are you a rounded bottom? Look like it could be. You can also drop on lower too if you wanted to. Here on the 4 hour, you do have your golden cross that happened, and you got a retest. You got the 100 crossing over 200. It looks pretty good for a setup actually right now. We'll probably come back down just a wee bit lower, about 16.5 cents. And we could very well bounce from there or a little bit lower. It might go a little bit lower depending on the market, but you're getting a ribbon flip over here. This is actually looking pretty good to me. So yeah, somewhere around 1629. All right, I'm kind of liking what I see here for Jupiter. Let's see if we can get an upward target. Something within reason that's not outlandish to wait for. There we go. 21 cents. Check something just a wee bit local here. And 786 is just right above it. So I like these targets about 21, 22 cents for this. For a little local play. I think she'll be traveling around in a range here for a while. What would that be to go up there to that area? 28 to 30% on spot? That's 1631, huh? I might take you up on that. I'm going to put a limit order in. Wait for it to get hit. I'm not going to Jones in. I'll take the local 618, 1627, 1630 is what I'm going with for my entry there. My stop loss will be below the 886 here, 1460. Oh, that's not it. Stop loss 0.1460. And let me get my risk in there so I can go up to that much. Let's get our target over here, which was about 21 cents, right? It wasn't very much. I'm going to go from up here to there. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that makes a lot of sense too. All right. I'm going to go with this one right here at 21.45. And that's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio right there. That's a pretty decent little trade. I'm going to actually crank up my leverage a little bit, just to 5. Nothing crazy. And I want to raise this up just a little bit, especially after pulling this thing right here. Let's see, our moving averages are right there, right around that same area. 200's right in there, the same place. This is a 4 hour. It's a good chance that'll hit. Okay, good. All right, well, we got set up within our parameters there. I got my long sitting there, just waiting to see if it will get hit. And when it does, then it will put in my stop loss targets. So it's pretty much just wait and see if it gets hit or not. Jeep, just curious, is that a decent DEX? To use it, yeah, I've never had really any problems using it. I haven't used it in a while. You can do futures over there and stuff. a lot of the decentralized dexes they look pretty cool, and they look a lot like decentralized exchanges. Even a lot of your wallets will have these features where you can trade there. I don't know if you look around on that, but you can, it's almost like having a DEX. The exchanges also got in on that too. They're like seeing the DEX action, like, how can we get in on this? And so, well, they got their own kind of DEXs too, but tied in with their exchanges, if that makes sense. But on some of the wallets, you'll have like, you can trade on MEXC through Phantom Wallet and trade all the Solana coins and stuff, all the meme coins and all that kind of stuff. Just like you would on Jupiter and some of those things. But yeah, it's Jupiter's been good, but you have auctions like I think Binance, MEXC, and a lot of your bigger exchanges offer some of that too if you look for it in some of your wallets. So you got a lot of good options. But yeah, Jupiter's been good. I haven't tried Hyperliquid. I have used Jupiter before though, and you can set limit market orders, retro futures over there and stuff. Society X is sell for a tax loss this year, offset gains. It's always Thursday. Is the day Thursday again? I wouldn't doubt it. Time for more rep too. How is that one doing? That one, I would love to see this one make a comeback. And considering prediction markets, I'm thinking, why don't you? This is Augur over in Kraken. She's still under $1. 78 cents, but I think they're actually starting to build over there, right? This one might be a dark horse to look at for real. This has got $7 million market cap. There's only 8 million tokens. It's a prediction market that's been out for a long time. I think since 2018. And of course, SEC and everything else. No, you can't do this. No, blah, blah, blah. But they've been building lately. I thought it was a dead project, but if you go to their GitHub, I mean, they've been working. Updated 2 days ago, reboot the website last week. So it might be a smart play. It might really be one of those early entry plays or something that can, because they were set up. I got in using a VPN one time. I finally got through to the site because I wasn't allowed being in the US. And it was like I was in this big ass shopping mall or a big ass casino that was just empty. There's nobody there, but it was all ready. It had been going and it was set up to go, looked great. There was just nobody there. Nobody was participating. But now you got even Clash. George has got his coin doing prediction markets or something. So surely they can get this one back up and running. But if we went to the website a few weeks ago, I believe. Let's see if they updated anything over here. Research and development has returned to Ethereum's first ICO. I didn't know that they were the first ICO. I think I learned that last time we were here. How about skip intro? So it says Augur is rebooting the frontier prediction markets, and they were the next generation of oracles, the minds behind the reboot. I'm going to write this on my list. I just think fundamentally this one's got some promise. And I was first introduced to it through Token Metrics back in the day. This is like one of their 100x picks, and then I find out, what the hell? It's not even working. But earlier, or maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Hard to believe I've been doing this. This channel is 4 years old this month. Been going for 4 years. Only got 2,000 subscribers. I'm grateful for every one of them, but it is a lot lower than where I thought I would be at this point in the game. I guess not everybody loves a turkey. But, so yeah, this one's had a rough go, but it looks like it could be a solid project. It really does. And right now, with it being at these prices, looks pretty gosh darn good. Because if it could get up to something like $30, that would be awesome. It got up 10 years ago, February 10th, 2016, during the height of the freaking bull market, or after, during the altcoin season. It got up to $341. It's down 99% from there. But it has been around 10 years, and they are still building and just now doing and going to redo it. I think there's could be something good here. Just my take on it. But I'm not in it, and I don't have any of it right now. But I may. This would be the accumulation area here. What's this look like on the daily for our ribbons, our moving averages? So oh, nice. So we're possibly in bottoming territory right here. We're at 78 cents now. Did you just drop? I thought I was looking at 90. Where did I get that? Was that over here? I think it was over here. Okay. Now you still got that same price. All right. Well, 78 looks pretty enticing to me. That makes me wish I was kind of over there. It just now dropped down from 88 to. You're making me jump. I'm feeling the FOMO now. How do I get you? I don't have energy. I can probably get you on the a swap somewhere. I don't have Kraken. And where else are you at? You're at Kraken, Gate, Uniswap. I'd probably have to use Uniswap. Huh. In the 70 cents area, I'm interested in. That's where it was last time we played it. Huh. Thank you, Strega, for casually mentioning that. I think, to me, I think it's kind of interesting. It's still got some work to do, but as that lone wolf play, and I like those. Do you rep time? I smoked a big bag of time one time. Haven says, I'm buying Sovereign. It's $15 million market cap. Near Treasury, you get like 2.47 near exposure for 50 cents a share right now. Sovereign. Well, I thought that I knew what it was. Maybe I don't know what it is. Am I typing this wrong? SVRN. Oh, I can't even get a chart on this one, can I? Can't even get a chart on that. That'd be something interesting to look into. You have to use V3 in Jupiter, I believe it's what it's called, but you can get 0 to 0 swap fees. That's kind of cool. Noodle Tommy says, I loved you. Haven says, what's that build on and where do I buy it? Are we talking about Rep or Augur? It does have that contract address. That's probably what I'll do if I decide to pick up some. I'm seriously kind of tempted. Ethereum, so you'd have to, you got to pay the gas fees. Ethereum doesn't have the gas fees they used to have. It's doing a lot better. I'm going to have to go through my wallets and see what I can finagle around. Where did you go, Chad? I lost you. You guys went somewhere. Dave says it's raining in his area. Haven says stonk. Oh, the stonk. Is it stop? Oh, well, there you are. Ocean Pal Incorporated. At 49 or 50 cents right there. Let's see. Ooh, this one's a stock. Oh my God, a stock did like this though? I mean, it was like $80, $50. Oh, look at the right. What? Ocean bound? Hmm. I do want to take a look at WTI. Actually, I want to take a look at NOL. NOL. Because that is the... that's the one over on... Oh, man, it's closed, though. It's closed. No, I need WTI. That was the futures for WTI over on Coinbase. Oh, snap. Is that you? Are you $87? That looks good, but is that right? Somehow I was thinking I've seen different charts over here. Okay, we got $87. Well, I'm trying to see is my position stopped out or something? What's going on over here? No, here we are. I got different prices over here. I got an entry at $90, and this one hasn't even got up to $90, so that's kind of weird. Let me go with Knowles. It's not going to be open, but this is what I'm playing. So this is what we're looking at, and it's probably stupid of me to do that. It looks like it could come down with that big cloud. And that's why I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen. But I got my stops in place, but I got 2 contracts out on this, and I shouldn't have done it on a Friday, but I did. But I got it at $90, and we're at 92 now, and that's cool. And my stop loss is really tight because I'm starting to get, if it goes below 90, I get out, and I lose like maybe $8 on those 2 contracts. Because I'm not sure. I mean, either they're going to straighten things out and the prices are going to drop, or there's still some problems and we go skyrocket up. But so I'm playing this flag to the upside. And I think my target, it's just well, it should be on there somewhere. Oh, and I'm just trying to go up to about $95 up just to here. Nothing major. It may go all the way up to 100. It may not. Who knows? But I've got a little play on oil, trying to see how that does. Oil's a tricky one right now. At some point, this will get resolved and things will get better. I don't know when that might be, but then I would expect the prices will just drop sharply. Because we want cheaper energy and we're fighting for cheaper energy, so I don't think it's going to keep going on up forever. And it's very volatile, man. They like to flush you out here. So it's a nano crude oil futures, so it's a 10-to-1. It's 10x, and that's kind of intense for oil. The way that it moves, because you can get liquidated within a very short range, right? I think my liquidated price is $88. So if it were to drop from here to there, I'm out. I'm out for whatever I put in, right? If it dropped from where it is now just down to this dotted line, then I'm out. And that doesn't give you a lot to work with, as far as your strategies. It's not like you can say, yeah, I want to put my stop loss here and go in here, and you can't do that. And it may have something to do with how much money I have in the account. Maybe if I had 2 or 3 more times as much cash over there, maybe my liquidation would be lower. It depends on how many shares I have. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing over here? Road Dog, can you get Augur on base? No, I was thinking the same. That's why I went over and looked at the contract addresses. I was hoping because that would have been the easy way for me to get it too. But no, unfortunately not. But you can still use the base wallet and use the Ethereum chain and buy it through your base wallet, which may be what I do. If you can trade oil, you can trade anything. Good luck. I don't think it looks... That was kind of wild. What was that? Friday, February 26th. That was crazy. 67 went up to 78. Yeah, it can get... I can see it getting some... I've never traded it before. But I've always wanted... I just didn't have access to it. But now that it's tokenized and we can do it that way. Because I never went and set up a commodities account everywhere. But man, that would have been a nice little trend to ride from $65 right there. Nice little trend line. It never got broken. You could do a trailing stop and, well, you'd still be in it, actually. And we talked about it, looked at it, but I just... No opportunity to get in until just recently, I guess. Buying the tops. But what goes up comes down. I'm very interested in the short down on oil whenever we get to that point. Well, let's come back over and let's take a look at Bitcoin over here. Well, we're back at 67,000. Oh, that's crazy. It's like we're finding support here at this 0.5 Fibonacci. No, we're not. We're just playing around. Come back to the 6 minutes. Like, no, I'm just testing you. I'm just making you second guess your meaning in life. Actually, looks like it wants to roll. Are you just teased us to get us back over here to roll over? Is that what you did? For real? Don't do that, Bitcoin. That's not nice. Are you seriously trying to do that? 6 minute looks like it's trying to do that. 6 minute looks like it's trying to, I'll get you up here and then dump on you. I don't know. Hopefully we're trying to do a little something here. On Bitcoin, there is some bullish divergence here on the 6 minute, smaller time frames, on the 15 minute. I think all the way up to about the hour, from what I can see, we got some bullish divergence that's forming here. So we might get a little bit of a bounce. I'm not saying it's going to be a great bounce because you got all these other things over here trying to rain down on us. And you still got some trend lines over here to fight your way through, as well as some horizontal supports levels. But before we can get back up to touch either this level at 67 or 60 something, we've got to get past these trend lines and these other areas, right? Hopefully we're getting something, man. I'd like to see a Sunday pump come in, maybe a Sunday through Monday pump before they finagle us and do something else. But there is always a chance 57, 58 might be happening. I'm just, unless we lose these areas and lose some of these trend lines, I was hoping that would be a little bit later and not happen like this next week. But I could see how, with all this finagling going over here in the market, you know, I don't know, depending on what happens Monday, whether they just want to go ahead and take us down there or not. But we are at a good place right now to bounce for tomorrow, so I'm just watching it very closely. And I see a few little subtle signs here saying that it could happen, so it's just a matter of just waiting to see if it does or not, right? But even if it's a bounce, I don't think it's going to be a strong one. Like I said, we still have resistance. We got trend lines that we lost, so they will be resistance ahead. So we're probably coming up for a higher low. Is what the first scenario I'll be looking for, is for a higher low. And that might bring us down lower than where we are now by the end of the week. Who knows? Guys, thanks for hanging out. 15 people. If you haven't hit the like button, I'd appreciate it if you would do that. It helps our tiny channel grow after 4 years. See if we can double our subscribers and finally get up to 4,000. That would be awesome. If we can have another year of YouTube here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to the end screen. We'll check out some music and I'll follow up with the chat. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. And Sean, the end screen, please. Haven says we should create a network of AI agents that we sell it to local communities that use them to ticket people that are texting and driving, or we could just game it with Zcash. Thank you, Joe. Tacos. Have you got a new video out? What wallet is people using? I use a lot of different wallets. I use Base, Phantom, Kepler. I use Tangent Wallet for my hardware wallet, and Ledger. I've still got some stuff on Ledger. say those are my main ones.
Waiting for the signal to change. Opium high. I know it's poison, but I love the taste.
Gas is up about 60 cents.
Opium high. Every refresh is a brand new grade. Opium high.
Looks like we got a new
Still digging my own.
a new song here by Ave. Let me see if I can get this set up. All right, let's see what this is. What's going on? Let me know if you can hear this. I don't think I've seen this. This is by Ave. This is Tambo.
Tambo. Don't. Why don't you get into my tambo? The taco generating Lambo. We cooking while we roll. Tambo. Why don't you get into my tambo? The taco generating Lambo. Pull up those fly, we go mambo. Drip what queso on the camo.
Right?
We
So
riding in
And
the
this part
tambo.
Best day.
Hot shell sliding in the back row. Late night craving, baby, let's go.
These are amazing.
I know, right? So good.
Perfect day for
When you wanna dash, lights green at the window. You say you starving, I say climb window. Turbo on the vibe, salsa on my chindo. Your lips on fire, that's the real sindo. Speed bump, you laugh, still a little pico. I'm watching you dance to the echo of the eco.
Right? The
Extra
fillings
line
are
squeeze, you
perfect.
say that's my
Yeah,
love
so good.
language.
We
I
have to
flip you
do this
one more,
again.
you like, boy, I can't handle this. Tambo, why don't you get into my tambo? The taco generating Lambo. Pull up those fly, we go mambo. Drip what queso on the camo. We riding in the tambo. Hot shell sliding in the back row. Late night craving, baby, let's go. Tambo, why don't you get into my tambo? Two eyes, one street, one combo, you and me. Hot seat, that's a combo. Every stop sign feel like it's stage show. One more bite, one more kiss, then we lay low. Tambo, why don't you get into my tambo? The taco generating Lambo. Pull up those fly, we go mambo. Drip what queso on the camo. We riding in the tambo. Hot shell sliding in the back row. Late night craving, baby, let's go. Tambo, why don't you get into my tambo?
Hey, wise guy, what's with the gadget? With the Lambo taco machine. A taco machine, you're dead!
It's a Tambo. The girls love it.
Spill the secret!
Tambo Lambo car meetup next Wednesday at Spicy Park.
Get your Lambo word, baby.
Ding dong. Ding dong. I light a candle for every pump I missed. Little screenshot coffin laid out like this. From my winter black suit, carrying the weight of the coin that's now worth a house and a date. I stand at the grave in my pajamas and socks, crying over pixels while I sip cheap coffee. FOMO funeral. Ding dong. Missed it again. Ding dong. FOMO funeral. Ding dong. Missed it again. Ding dong. Another green spike, another funeral bell. Another should have bought another private hell. I bury the hope, I bury the dream, I bury the chance to be on the winning team. The eulogy short, just a sigh and a shrug. Another pump gone, another missed drug. FOMO funeral. Ding dong, missed it again. Ding dong. FOMO funeral. Ding dong, missed it again. Ding dong.
There it is.
I could close the
It's
app.
about taking control.
I could go to sleep. I could do anything, but I'm
This good-ass coffee is out of this world.
That never knew my name. Hope in 20T sleeps brings a resurrection game. FOMO funeral, missed it again. FOMO funeral, missed it again. Ding dong.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to some music and catching up on things and hanging around with this Bitcoin market. We try to figure out what it's trying to do. And we'll get a better sense of it mañana. Until then, good night. And remember that Jesus loves you. Good night, John Boy.